What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is another day vlog. I am back at worship this morning. Gonna get through these services. The church that I go to, Tomoka Christian, is in Ormond Beach, Florida. I've lived around these areas for a long time, since I was like 12 years old. So I never think of them as like special. They're just where I am. But I realize that people come from all over the world to experience Florida. And Ormond Beach is a small town. It's not Daytona, it's not Orlando, it's not St. Augustine, but there is historical things and cool little areas with memories that I've throughout my whole life. So we might check some of that stuff out. Without further ado, let's get into the day. Come along with me. All right, y'all. Church went well. The services are done. And about 6 minutes away from the church, there's a little place called Buc-Ees in Daytona Beach, Florida. So I figured, let's go to Buc-Ees.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, this place is insanely busy right now. Got all the Easter Buc-ee stuff out. Look at the plushes, the Easter merch. Your boy Buc-ee is super famous. Yeah, they do a lot of merch. The merch is popular. Every time we come here, Mariah wants something. So everything from merch to decor to food to jerky. Yeah. I was going to get a sandwich, but oh, look at this. Trucker hats. Bathing suits. Plushes galore. Yeah, I was going to get a sandwich, but the brisket line is long. Everything down my baby clothes. Easter Buc-ee. Buc-ee. PJs. Little bobbleheads. Jerky of all flavors. All the fudges. I think that this gigantic crowd in front of the brisket is my sign to just go eat leftovers at home. Maybe we'll come back to Buc-ee's another time. Yeah, Buc-ee's was a big mistake. But I guess that's just a sign. I wasn't supposed to spend money today anyway. I wanted to show you guys like the store. There's so many people in there right now, and I always forget. This is like the busiest place in the world. We'll have to come at a different time. It's the middle of the day. Yeah, we're moving on from Buc-ee's. Let's go check out some more calm places. Maybe next time, Buc-ee's, I'll be able to get brisket. But not today. No brisket for me today. It's a sign. You got leftover pizza at home. Don't do it. I didn't even get to show you guys the statue of Buc-ee out front. There was a literal line to take selfies with Buc-ee. A line. And now I'm seeing the line of people to try and get out of here. Yeah, but it's right off of 95, and this is like the biggest Buc-ee's, I'm pretty sure. If not, when they built it, it was the biggest Buc-ee's. Yeah, right here in Daytona Beach. It's like 6 minutes from the church I sing at. I see why we don't stop as often as I want to, because I love the food. Tiffany's not a big fan. But I always forget coming in this place how insanely busy it is. Strap on your patient pants when you come to Buc-ee's because it is insanely busy. I was hoping to show you guys like some of the foods. I could barely navigate walking around, and every time I tried to film something, someone was walking in front of me, this and that. So maybe we'll come back to Buc-ee's maybe at night, or I don't know. I came here at night after a concert once and it was insanely busy, but that could have been because it was Rockville. But yeah, Buc-ee's in Daytona. Let's go somewhere different, a little bit calming. I think I'm going to bring you guys through the loop. It's this crazy road, and it brings me home. It's kind of like a scenic route home. Maybe I'll bring you guys that way. We'll check back in when I'm closer to the loop. So yeah, right off of Old Dixie Highway, we stopped off at Bulow Creek State Park. We kind of have some history here, me and Tiffany. We'll get into it right now, but this is a free park. Opens at 8 a.m. There's a lot of walking trails, some historical stuff. Kind of just shows like how Florida has beaches and everybody always thinks tropical. But then you get into these different areas, and Florida really shows how beautiful it is. Welcome to the real Florida. For your enjoyment and protection, park rules are enforced. Bulow Creek State Park, Fairchild Oak, and trails. All plants, animal life are protected. Now, for the most part, Bulow Creek is a lot of walking trails, and I'm wearing jeans and Nikes because I was at church today. So I won't be walking the walking trails. First thing you walk in, there's a lot of history if you guys are into it. You can read about the Fairchild Oak, which is back there. I'll get some video of that, and I'll tell you a little story about that me and Tiffany have. It just shows there's stuff to do in Florida outside of just going to the beach or going to Disney. So this is one of the beginning of the trails, the Whalen Trail. And then if you go left, kind of a fork, the Fairchild Oak Hiking Trail, Bulow Plantation. There's tons of places like this in Florida. They're everywhere. Literally, on Old Dixie, there's like 3 or 4 just off of Old Dixie. A picnic table set up. Come out here and grill. Like I said, when I pull up, there's people pulling up with bikes. There's people pulling up with hiking gear. I'm not in hiking gear, so I don't think I'm gonna go to the trails, but I kind of just want to show you like this, the differences between what you can do in Florida. It's crazy. So yeah, under this gigantic oak tree, right about here, 2 of our friends were engaged and we took photos of it a couple of years ago. And then when we were getting into photography and camera work, they invited us out to New Hampshire and we shot their wedding. But yeah, come over here, there's plenty of stuff to read about this gigantic oak tree. It has stood the test of time. But alright, let's make our way out of Bulow and over to the Loop. And just like that, right down the road, a few miles down, we have Highbridge, which is the Loop. Honestly, completely forgot it was called Highbridge until just now, and then sparked memories. But this road, follow it, it leads you right out to the ocean, but there's also just like some really awesome views of the water. We'll show you. Maybe I might stop off, I don't know. It's very tight, and during hurricane season it is very flooded, but if you just look, it's just covered by trees. You come out this way, you just vibe out. I used to take this drive home instead of taking the highway when I worked in Daytona and I lived in Flagler. I used to drive this road home every day. Like all this stuff gets super flooded during hurricane season. It's actually up kind of high right now. If you're an outdoors person, you'll see why people drive it. I like to drive it just to soak it in a little bit. And it's been a good couple of years since I've been out here, so it's kind of crazy. I used to drive this all the time and kind of took it for granted a little bit. But yeah, beautiful stuff. Dang, the Loop is closed. What is going on today? Well, they're repaving the Loop. Gosh, Buc-ee's was a bust, the Loop's a bust. And just like that, we are in Flagler Beach. And it is busy in Flagler Beach today too. People everywhere. You know what I'm realizing? It's really close to a holiday. I think I'm learning something today, that sometimes you go out to film a video and in your mind you're like, this can be an easy video to film. We'll go to Buc-ee's, we'll show people barbecue sandwiches. We'll go to the Loop and show them how beautiful Florida could be. Then we'll go to Flagler or Ormond Beach. Show them the beach. Now I'm driving on back roads because A1A is so busy. I can't bear it. I just can't bear it. Yeah, so I made my way back onto A1A and it's the beach. And it's busy. Even down here, the traffic's kind of busy. There she is. The Flagler Beach Water Tower. This kind of means that you're making your way out of Flagler Beach, which means I'm going to turn around and go head back home. But I actually used to live right behind the water tower for years. All right, circled around. There it is. So now we're heading back into Flagler. But yeah, there's the water tower. What's up, guys? It's a lot later in the day. I'm home. Laundry's going. Dinner is being cooked. Tiffany's on the way back with the girls and the son from Gainesville. It is almost 8 o'clock at night, so they won't be back until after 9, which is insane. I got home. I did laundry, obviously. I cleaned up the house a little bit, kind of getting it ready for the week. Today's video was something else. Today I realized sometimes things don't go as planned. And you got to do an outro in your cupboard. Cupboard? Whatever, where you keep your cups to keep things interesting. I think this is just an ode to plans don't always go the way they're supposed to. And that when you're creating content, you just got to create, right? So here I am. I'm just creating an outro. Thank you guys for... Bruh, why does it have to let you know that it's almost done drying? Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Buc-ee's was insanely busy. I'm not gonna lie, Bulow Creek I didn't show as much as I wanted to because there was tons of people there as well. And then the loop was closed off, of course. Why wouldn't it be? And then Flagler Beach was super busy, and I didn't want to walk around there talking to you guys because there was people everywhere. So yeah, I showed you what I showed you. We probably will make another Buc-ee's video, more in depth. Go through all the different foods and stuff. If you've never been to Buc-ee's, it's a treat. Don't listen to Tiffany; she doesn't like it, but I love it. But yeah, I learned something today about creating, that sometimes it doesn't go as planned and you just got to create. And the laundry's done, so now I got to fold it. But whatever. Thank you guys so much for tuning in if you did. Do all the things, like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Oh, and I end the videos by saying bye. And I didn't do that, so I'm sorry. Bye.